This is Scratch, a platform used by millions to make games, although most of them look like this. But with how easy and simple Scratch is to use, you'd probably think fallen games like Minecraft are impossible to be made on it. But you would be very wrong, because this is Minecraft, and this is Minecraft. What's the difference? Well, this was made in Scratch. Duh! And although you may think it's just a very primitive version of Minecraft, you could not be any more wrong. I mean, there's literally working redstone in the game. But how well does this compare to actual Minecraft? And more importantly, can you even beat Minecraft in Scratch? Well, that's what I'm about to find out. So after going into the website, I created a new world, and you'll immediately notice that it's just a tiny bit laggy. And this is because Minecraft on Scratch has extremely realistic graphics. As you can see, while playing, my PC started smoking with how much power I had to use, but this was completely fine. Anyways, I punched down a tree and ooh, there's advancements. That's kinda cool. Obviously, you know I had to craft the most important item in the game, and I was a little bit hungry, so I had to slaughter some cows. They tried to run away, but you
can't escape Twistee.
After getting some food, I decided to mine and make myself some basic tools. And do my hands have efficiency or something? Because why can I mine so fast? Like, this is not normal at all. Come on, fix your game. This is basically unplayable. I also found water and there it goes. For the first time in years, I actually had to make torches because I can't see shit in these caves, man. I also got ambushed by several mobs, but little did they know I was ambushing them. I mined a bunch of iron, started smelting, which honestly, I didn't expect everything to be so functional. I crafted some armor, put it on, and man, do I look stylish. Everyone wishes they could look like me. After that, I went to a level pool and made a portal which somehow managed to work exactly like it does in normal Minecraft. I'm starting to wonder how much time making this took because this is like not easy to make at all. Actually, who even made this? Scratch Friend 321? Come on, man, what kind of name is that? Anyways, I lit the portal up and I went in, but this might be the worst spawn of all time. I decided just to get obsidian and build on the surface, so I started strip mining for diamonds, which took quite a bit, but I got what I needed to make a diamond pickaxe, and I got all the obsidian I needed. I went up to the surface and looked for sugarcane so I can make an enchantment table, and everything was going well until I accidentally closed my browser. Which, when I opened it back up, there was no way to go back into the world I had before. Now, you may be thinking, Twistee, why are you so dumb and stupid? How could you possibly do that, loser? Well, you see, in normal Minecraft, control is normally binded to sprint, which if you do control and W, you start sprinting forwards. But when you're in a browser, control W makes it so you close the tab you're on. So trying to sprint made me lose all my progress. So I had to manually set it so control W wasn't binded to anything, and I went back into the game. Hold on, come on man, I'm going through all this trouble to play this and you aren't subscribed? You better hit that subscribe button or else. Anyways, I got some tools, mined some iron, and then I spotted this giant ass cave. You would think there's probably a bunch of diamonds, but you would be wrong. This cave absolutely sucked dookie butt. Apart from a random floating dungeon, which as soon as I broke the spawner, a creeper appeared out of nowhere probably trying to get his revenge, and it nearly blew up the chest. But thankfully it didn't. I looked inside of a chest and there was an enchanted golden apple, but it looks like the creeper was jealous because it decided to blow up the other chest. But I still got the loot, and now I have not one, not two, but two golden apples. Anyways, I made a portal, went through, and this time I could actually explore the nether. And like, how is this even possible in Scratch, man? The first thing you'll notice about this nether, however, is that it uses the old netherrack texture. This is because Minecraft on Scratch is based on the 1.8.9 version of Minecraft. As you can probably tell with the combat and the lack of shield. This however gives a big disadvantage though, as being an old version, this means that there are no bastions, meaning I can't trade with piglins for pearls. The nether also has really weird terrain similar to that of an amplified world, so it's very difficult to traverse through. But I kept going looking for a fortress so I can get blaze rods until this happened. You know, I should have been dead there, but I think Scratch felt bad for me so it let me live. And looks like it was my lucky day because there a blaze just spawned. Which killing it I realized there's probably no nether fortresses at all. Because why the hell would a random blaze just spawn out of nowhere? Knowing this makes beating the game take so much longer because it took me about 20 minutes just to see that one blaze. I went back to the portal so I wouldn't get lost, and then I found an open space where I could run around and get blaze rods. Because when you go too far from a mob, then it despawns and new ones spawn. Which there's a chance of one of the mobs spawning being a blaze. Now at first I thought this would take like a minimum of 20 minutes, but I was wrong. It actually took me over an hour of just straight up walking back and forth, which was extremely boring. But I kept getting blaze rods. But after getting all the blaze rods I needed, I could finally get out of the nether and go back up to the surface. Since there's no warped forest in the nether where enderman can spawn, I had to kill enderman normally for the pearls. I started getting apples so I can make golden apples, and they are actually really easy to make. Instead of needing 8 gold ingots, you only need 8 gold nuggets, meaning you can craft a golden apple with just 1 gold ingot. These will be very important for the dragon, and also getting ender pearls, as you can't place endermen in a boat, meaning I will most likely have to take a lot of damage from endermen to kill them. But as the night began, I started looking for endermen, which didn't get me very far, as after 10 minutes of running around, I didn't find a single one. And this is because, little did I know, the chances of endermen spawning are literally so astronomically low. You can go for entire nights of running back and forth without a single enderman spawning, and even if one spawns, the drop is not guaranteed. So I decided to put a hold onto getting pearls since my armor was getting destroyed. So I went mining and got myself some diamonds, which I had enough to get both a diamond chestplate and an enchantment table. Which I'm surprised you can even craft one. I mean, this has nearly all of the features of normal Minecraft, which is still crazy to me. I managed to get protection on nearly all of my armor, and I went back onto the surface. Which, after a couple of minutes of running around, I actually managed to find an enderman, and it dropped a pearl. So because it would take me so long to get another, I decided to make it into an Eye of Ender, and then threw it to find the direction of the stronghold. And after a couple of minutes of walking, I found the stronghold. And while trying to find the end portal, I also found some chests, but they wouldn't even open at all. I also found a library, but once again, the chest didn't open. I eventually found the end portal, and of course, there were no ender eyes already filled in. I swear Minecraft on Scratch absolutely hates me because, come on. I also decided to make myself a house because, well, I was bored. And building in this was actually pretty easy. But I mean, obviously it's gonna be worse than actual Minecraft. All I was doing in the daytime was punching leaves for apples, but with this house, I was able to store all my blaze rods and pearls, which, in case I died, I would not risk losing all my pearls. Which, while finding endermen, they always got me down to at least half of my health, which made me very vulnerable to being killed. Which actually happened several times, like this one where I just magically flew up like 50 blocks into the air and died. I guess I have superpowers because I have no clue how I did that. I also died like 2 times to falling down caves. Can you blame me though? I mean, you can barely even see the entrance. But generally, it took me 4 hours, and that isn't even a joke, just to get all the ender pearls. But finally, it happened. Please. Yes! 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 Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's fucking go. But after all of that, I managed to get the last one, and it was time to finally beat the game once and for all. So I went all the way back to the stronghold. But before I went to beat the dragon, I had to prepare myself mentally. So you know, I had to become a Buddhist and start meditating outside my house just to gain the courage to enter the end. And after a couple of years of non-stop meditation, it was finally time to beat the dragon. So this is it. The moment, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. I gotta do this really carefully because I do not want to lose a single one of these. There we go. The dragon is gonna pay for what it put me through. And as I went into the end, I knew this was gonna be the hardest part of the challenge yet. Wait, is there a boss bar? Where's the dragon? Okay. So, there's not even a dragon fight? I did all that just for... Okay. I guess I'll just go in, huh? Well, I guess I can say I beat Minecraft on Scratch, huh? I never want to do that ever again. Yeah, I'm not sure if the dragon took the day off because that was probably the most anticlimactic thing ever. Like, after all I've gone through, that's how it ends? Seriously? I mean, whatever. Maybe by the time you're watching this video, there's actually a dragon fight. And oh, look, they just released an update. Let's see. Wait. They added fortresses and put ender pearls in stronghold chests. You've gotta be kidding me.